I didn't grow up rich. In fact, I didn't even grow up close to it. There were no trust funds, no windfalls, no family handouts waiting for me. My journey started with a single realization. No matter where you begin, you can change your financial story. I'm living proof of that. The path wasn't easy, and it definitely wasn't glamorous, but step by step, I built something I never thought possible. A $10,000 savings cushion that changed my life. And it all started with a shift in the way I thought about money. The biggest transformation I experienced wasn't in my bank account, it was in my mindset. I stopped thinking like someone who was always broke and started thinking like someone who could build wealth, no matter how small the steps. Every dollar stopped being just money. It became freedom, a ticket out of stress, a tool for opportunity, a way to shape my future. I realized that with every financial choice, I was making a vote for the kind of life I wanted to live. That mindset shift was the foundation. Before I could make a single dollar grow, I had to believe that I was capable of doing it, even if I was starting from scratch. My first real step wasn't to save, it was to track. Before I could even think about saving a cent, I needed to know where my money was really going. For 3 months, I tracked every single expense. Yes, even the $4 coffee, the quick snacks, the late-night online buys. I wrote them down, every last one. It was uncomfortable at first, almost like shining a flashlight into a messy closet you'd rather ignore. But the awareness was powerful. You can't fix what you don't track. When you see the truth, you can finally start to change it. That's something most people skip, but it's the essential first step. Once you see those numbers in black and white, you can't ignore them anymore. Once I knew where my money was going, the next step was clear. I had to stop the invisible bleeds. I discovered over $300 a month was leaking away on stuff I didn't even care about. Subscriptions I never used, delivery fees that added up, random online shopping that didn't make my life any better. So I made a decision. I cut them all. I wasn't doing it to punish myself or to live miserably. I did it to pay myself first, to reclaim those lost dollars and put them towards something that actually mattered. My own financial security. Deleting apps, canceling subscriptions, brewing coffee at home instead of buying it on the go, all of those small changes added up, fast. It wasn't about deprivation. It was about intentionality. I had to remind myself, every dollar I saved was a dollar I was giving back to myself. But saving isn't just about cutting back. It's also about earning more. That was my next move. I looked around my room and started selling stuff I didn't use. Old electronics, clothes I never wore, books gathering dust. Every sale was a small win. Then I started freelancing on weekends, writing, designing, whatever gigs I could pick up. Eventually, I added a part-time job to the mix. It wasn't glamorous work, but it moved the needle. Your first $10,000 comes so much faster when you focus on both offense and defense, cutting costs and increasing income. I realized that even a few extra dollars here and there, when stacked consistently, made a huge difference over time. To keep myself on track, I automated everything. I set up an automatic transfer. $200 from every paycheck went straight into my savings account. I never saw it, so I never missed it. That's the trick. Make saving invisible. Make it a habit. When you don't have to think about it, you take willpower out of the equation. The money just moves, quietly, every payday. Over time, watching that number grow, without having to constantly stress about it, became incredibly motivating. It wasn't about discipline anymore. It was about building a system that worked for me, not against me. And then I just kept going. I repeated the process month after month until saving became my new normal. Not spending, not scrambling, not wondering where my cash had disappeared to. It took 18 months, not a short sprint, but a marathon of small, consistent actions. I didn't win big. I didn't hit the lottery. I just stayed consistent. Watching that savings chart creep up, seeing the calendar pages turn, I felt a new kind of security settle in. $10,000 later, I felt safer, stronger, freer than I ever had before. The money wasn't just numbers in an account. It was peace of mind, a buffer against emergencies, a foundation for dreams I never thought I'd get to pursue. Here's the thing, if I could do it on a small income, so can you. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a fancy job. You just need to start, wherever you are, with whatever you have. Begin with $100. When that feels normal, go for $500. Then $1,000. It's not about how much you make. It's about how you use what you have and how you build habits that support your goals. Every small step forward counts. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Track your spending, cut what doesn't matter, find creative ways to earn more, automate your savings, and keep going. The journey isn't always easy, but the results are worth it. Take it from someone who started with nothing but a plan and a lot of determination. Your financial future is in your hands. If you found these steps helpful and you're ready to take control of your money with real strategies that actually work, stick with me. Subscribe for weekly insights, tips, and motivation to help you build the financial life you deserve. Start today. Your future self will thank you.